people don't really want to read anymore. Like I said, they want those 15-second.
You're right. They get bored.
The attention span is not there, right? It's not quite. And I mean, I'd say that to myself too. I mean, people just don't want to sit down and read a story like that. But again, there's still a lot of value, and I truly believe that. And I think you're seeing that on other platforms as well. Now, you joined WIS in 1988 as an anchor and reporter. You became the sports director in 1996. So again, obviously you get that promotion. You're continuing to break barriers. You're continuing to do great work. You're an award-winning journalist. Like I said in the beginning, named 99 Sportscaster of the Year by the South Carolina Broadcasters Association in 2005. Your sportscast was selected as the best in the state by the AP. So again, you had a lot of success. Just, I guess, kind of talk about, if you can summarize your journey at WIS, again, just starting there as an anchor and reporter and then getting that promotion, like I said, to sports director, which I'm sure was a big deal for your career and even where you are now. What's the journey been like, I guess? What have you most learned along the way while you've been doing your thing at WIS?
What have I most learned along the way? Well, on July 6th of the year, it will be my 40th anniversary in television news.
Wow. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you. Because
awesome.
I started at WPDE in 1981. And I'll have to say it's been a wonderful journey because the stories that I've gotten to cover, the events I've gotten to travel to and see some of the world's most important sporting events. One thing that I learned, and I learned this very early on, is there's a reason it's called broadcasting. You want to reach the largest number of people possible. And you can't go in with this attitude, oh, I'm just going to be excited about the sports that I love. Because you're going to leave a lot of people out. Giving a good example, NASCAR. My first NASCAR race was the Southern 500 in 1981. As a black guy growing up in South Carolina, you've never gone to a NASCAR race.
Right.
I'd seen watched some races on TV. I knew all the big name drivers. And so my first experience covering NASCAR, man, it was hot. It was gritty. And, it wasn't a pleasant experience, but I knew that if I was going to survive in Florence, I had to cover NASCAR. And one thing I had to overcome. There was one day I discovered that there were some drivers at the track testing, and the other station in Florence, they were there, they had the coverage, and I'd heard nothing about it. So I called up the track PR director and I said, hey, next time, could you call me up? Because, back then there's no Twitter.
Right, of course.
No texting.
Right.
And so it happened again. And I'm like, okay. I know I'm the new guy. I'm the black guy. But I got to find a way. And I had two white guys. One of them eventually came to work for us at WPDE. They started calling me up because in the town of Darlington, if one car fires up on that track, it just reverberates all throughout the town. And they'd say, hey, Rick, there's something going on at the track. So I'd load my gear up in my car, travel over to the track, and I'll never forget the look of surprise on the PR director's face when I pulled up, like, how do you find out about this? So then he started calling me and letting me know. And then one day, someone who actually works for NASCAR, they were in town, and he said, hey, I watched your show last night, and I was impressed with your NASCAR coverage. And I went, okay, I must be doing something right. And how about this? After I got to WIS and the struggles I had covering NASCAR, Darlington Raceway invited me to be the Grand Marshal of the Southern 500 Parade.
Wow.
So I've learned to be resourceful and find a way to get things done, even though you're facing big challenges.